Welcome students of Form 2, Form 2A, and of course Form 2B. You see a map here, a map of the Caribbean. Yes. And you might have seen this already, but in the Caribbean we are here. And here is Aruba, and here's Bonaire, and here are the other islands of the Dutch Caribbean. This is where we are. And we have some mainland islands. Mainland islands that surround the Caribbean or even a part of the Caribbean are, for instance, Venezuela, that you can see here. Here's Venezuela. And also a country that you can see is, for instance, Colombia, or for instance, Belize, or for instance, Panama, that you can see all the way over there. I hope you recognize these countries, that you have a clear image of where you are in the world and which countries are part of the Caribbean and in which ways you can look at the Caribbean. You can look at the Caribbean in very different ways. The purpose of this video is one, to look at the Greater Antilles. Remember, greater stands for bigger, and the purpose is also to locate yourself in the Caribbean, locate Curacao towards the other islands in the Caribbean, and 3, to use the cardinal direction points. What are the cardinal direction points? We have north, north, we have west, yeah, this direction is west, we have south, which some people call the ABC Islands, the South Dutch Caribbean. That's new. I saw this weekend on a tourist hat. And you also have the cardinal direction of east. So again, in a different color, we have east, we have south, we have west, and we have north. And some say that our islands are in the south of the Caribbean. Some people say that. Yeah? The ABC Islands, in a way, are in the south of the Caribbean. Like Belize is in the west of the Caribbean, and like, for instance, Barbados is in the east of the Caribbean, you could say. And for instance, the Turks and Caicos Islands are in the north of the Caribbean. Yeah, you could say that. So keep those cardinal directions in mind. When I have time, I will give more attention to those cardinal directions. We are looking now at the Greater Antilles. The Greater Antilles. Those are the larger islands in the Caribbean. And the Greater Antilles, in a way, starts with Cuba and ends with Puerto Rico. It starts with Cuba, the Greater Antilles, and it ends with Puerto Rico, including the Cayman Islands and Jamaica, although the Cayman Islands are a little bit smaller, but they are included, and they end like more or less the height, like the location of Puerto Rico. Yeah, so these islands here, including the Bahamas, you see a little part of Bahamas, including the Cayman Islands and Jamaica and Puerto Rico, those are the Greater Antilles. And the greater stands for bigger. Bigger. Yeah, grande. Más grande. Y Isla Nam más grande nos se llama ese aquí the Greater Antilles. Which islands belong to the Greater Antilles? You have received a map from me, but I also will pay attention to them now, to those Greater Antilles islands. They are, for instance, the islands of, where's my cursor? Cuba. This is Cuba. In the map on the back of my classroom, this is yellow. So this island is called Cuba. The island over here, including all its territories, like we have Klein Bonaire. In Cuba, there's also some islands like here. This is all part of Cuba. And this is the biggest island of the Greater Antilles. Besides Cuba, we also have, more or less here located, the Bahamas. Yes, these islands are called the Bahamas. There are a lot of islands, but they form a unit together and they have a prime minister together. And if I'm not mistaken, they are part of the British Commonwealth, but that's not really important right now. The Bahamas, and it's a very popular vacation destination for the Americans. So we've looked at the Bahamas and we've looked at Cuba. I hope you see them above. Let's continue. It's Cuba, the Bahamas. Then we look further and we see that we have here the Cayman Islands. Actually, there are more islands, but they're here. The Cayman Islands. So this group of islands is called the Cayman Islands. If I spell it wrong, put the better spelling below, but I believe you spell it like this, the Cayman Islands. Here it seems it's like just one, but that's why on maps there are so much islands we cannot put them on the map because else the map would be very complicated. So these are the Cayman Islands. Islands says it's more than one island. And next to the Cayman Islands, you have this world famous island because of Bob Marley, and Peter Tosh, and many others, and the children of Bob Marley. This is the island of, do you know already? This is called the island of Jamaica. Jamaica. So we've had the Bahamas, we've had Cuba, and we've had Jamaica. It's an awful G, no? Jamaica. Yeah, so the Cayman Islands, to be sure, multiple, and we have the island of Jamaica. Let's continue. So we have Cuba, we have the Bahamas, we have Jamaica, and we have the Cayman Islands, if it is named that. So roughly this island group that I'm gonna mark yellow now, this island group that I actually want to do yellow, this island group that you see here, okay, this island group is called the Turks and Caicos Islands. The Turks and Caicos Islands. I had a student at the school I worked before here, and she was from there. So we have people from here coming from the north of the Caribbean. The Turks, and I won't finish here, but the Turks and Caicos Islands. Those are there. And besides that, we have this island, I'm gonna make purple again, this island, actually this country, because the island in totally is called Hispaniola in geography, because it used to be property of Spain. So this country, island in total is called Hispaniola, and the western part of the island, so this part, the western part of the island is called Haiti. And Haiti is located south. Haiti is located south from the Turks and Caicos Islands. So this is the island of Haiti. And in Dutch, you put two dots on the I, but I don't know if you do that in English actually. So we have the Turks and Caicos Islands in the corner over there, you see it? And more here, we have the western part of the island of Hispaniola, and this western part of the island of Hispaniola is called Haiti. You see it? I really hope so. We've done this, then we continue to the last two parts of actually the Greater Antilles, that is located actually west of Sint Maarten, Saba, and Statia. You see, this is west. So Puerto Rico, that all made yellow. Puerto Rico is located west from St. Martin, Saba, and Statia. Yeah, actually a little bit northwest, but just a little bit. West from Saba, St. Martin, and Statia is located Puerto Rico. Puerto Puerto Rico, what does it mean, guys? That means a very rich gate. So it used to be very valuable for the Spanish probably, because a lot of people speak Spanish there. Puerto Rico is there in yellow. And even more to the west of Saba, St. Martin and Saba, and Statia actually, and more to the west of Puerto Rico, we have the country of the Dominican Republic. So this country that I'm making now purple is called the Dominican Republic. Let's see if I can write it there. So this is the eastern part of Hispaniola. The eastern part of Hispaniola. The Dominican Republic. And this is west from Puerto Rico, and it is straight north from Curacao. Do you see? Straight north from Curacao. The Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic is way over there. Ain't that beautiful? In purple. So over here, not to confuse matters, over here you can see the Dominican Republic. While the other part of the island, this part, including the smaller islands, is called Haiti. Yeah, those were the islands of the Greater Antilles. The Antilles are the majority made out of larger islands of the Caribbean that is located north from Curacao and Aruba. So these island groups is located north from Curacao and Aruba and Bonaire, and is located west, located from St. Martin, Saba, and Statia, actually a little bit northwest. You see that? Okay. I hope you understand now what is together the Greater Antilles. The Greater Antilles. And you can look at that from different maps. So if you look at it, we've looked at it from this map that also has this. This is like a zoom in. Here is Europe, here is Africa, here is Asia, here's Australasia, here is North America, and here is South America, and here we zoomed in. We zoomed in here, you see? So here is the Caribbean to get the map here. And we zoomed in this map that you can see here. That's a zoom in of this actually. So we know where the Caribbean is. It is like it is south from North America, and it is located north from North America, and it is located west from Africa. See that? The Caribbean is located westward from Africa. See that? I hope you do. Then, to finish up this video, we see here the map. This is another map of the Greater Antilles, and you see it, the Bahamas. You see here the name, the Greater Antilles. You see, for instance, Puerto Rico here and Cuba there. And from here to here, we have the Greater Antilles. Florida does not belong to the Greater Antilles. St. Croix does not belong to the Greater Antilles, so doesn't St. Martin. Yeah, and Nicaragua doesn't belong to the Greater Antilles because the Greater Antilles are only islands. And also, the ABC Islands do not belong to the Greater Antilles. That was weird. Anyway, but from Cuba in the northwest to Puerto Rico in the east, So Cuba in the northwest to Puerto Rico in the east of the Caribbean a little bit. That is what is the Greater Antilles. And here, finally, you see one island. Again, they zoomed in. This time, in which island did we zoom in? Can you recognize the island? Yes, it's the island of Cuba. So in the whole of the Caribbean, we zoomed in the whole of the Caribbean, like you can see here, a little bit of North America, a little bit of South America, a little bit of Central America. No, it's not a song. And we zoomed in the island of Cuba. Yeah, and we even, I suspect that we see a little bit of the Cayman Islands, and probably we also see a little bit of Jamaica. Yeah, we see a little bit of that too. And probably we also see a little bit of the Bahamas. You see? We see a little bit of the Turks and Caicos Islands, and we see a little bit of here, and here we see a little bit of Haiti, also called. Yeah, so that is how the map works, that you can see here. Yeah, and the green is where it's very green, jungle, and this is like height. So here there are mountains, and here there's also mountainous area. Yeah, you see because of the color scheme. And here are also mountains located, and you see that into what we call in Dutch the legenda. If you have a little, if you can help me out with how to call that in English, what is legenda again in English? I forgot. But you can use the legenda like we call it in Dutch. And the legenda helps you by seeing the height of each area, for instance. Yeah, and you can see here the Cayman Islands. You can see here again the Bahamas. You can see here a little bit of Turkish Caicos Islands. Here and here you can see the tips of Haiti. And here you can see the tips of Jamaica because we zoomed in. You see here also Haiti. You see here also Turks and Caicos Islands. You see here the Bahamas. You see here probably Jamaica. And here the Turks. No, not the Turks. The Cayman Islands. Yeah. And here are we on this tiny map. Yeah. I hope this video helped. I know it took a long time to explain all of it, but really orientate yourself on the Caribbean, and within the Caribbean, know where you are in the world so you understand your place in the world better. You can review this video, watch this video as much as you like, so make good use of it. If you want to subscribe, you can do it below. If you want to let me know what a legenda is in English, because I did search for it, but I actually forgot. Help me out. If you want to ask a question, do that during class or posting a question below. You can also subscribe below by ringing the bell. I hope you found this video useful. For now, enjoy your day, 2A and 2B, and I hope to see you during class. And remember, the Greater Antilles is what you have to know for tests. And I think the Greater Antilles is one of the most easy ones because they are bigger islands, and so you can see them more easily. Like for instance, Cuba is more easily recognizable, I would say, on this map. Don't you think so too? For now, I wish you a very good day, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and I hope to see you soon during class. Goodbye.